What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? Welcome to Shay's Tube. How you guys are doing tonight? Tonight is Wednesday, April the 19th, 2023. Hey guys, thank you for coming in. Thank you for tuning in to Shay's Tube tonight. Y'all, before we get started with this video tonight, this live, let me remind you guys to hit that thumbs up button, that like button, because the more you like this video, the more they will rotate it. All right. Also, hit that bell notification so you can be notified of any upcoming videos. And what else? What else? Don't forget to leave a comment and subscribe to the channel, y'all. Subscribe to the channel if you are not already subscribed. And I just want to thank you to all my subbies and welcome to all my new subbies. Thank you for joining Shay's family. Over here, y'all can get many interesting topics Monday through Friday at 7:30 p.m. or at 7:45, unless I get I have to be a little late because I'm still at work or something like that. But normally it's between 7:30 and 7:45. And then on Saturdays, I usually do a shopping haul or either a come with me where I take you on whatever shopping adventure or whatever adventure that I go on. Okay. So check those videos out as well. All right. Welcome to everybody in the bushes. Nobody is in the chat yet, so I'm not going to say welcome to them yet. And welcome to everybody who watches this video in the replay. All right. Tonight, guys, we're going to talk about 15 ways to deal with toxic people in a smart way. Plus, I have breaking news and I have a couple of updates for you guys. Okay. So in a minute, we're going to get started with this live and we're going to get this stuff on the road. Okay. I'm trying to get through with this video about 9:30, so an hour and 30 minutes. So we're going to be going not super fast. I'm going to try to slow down because my butt do talk very fast. And I'm going to try to talk slower, okay, for you guys. But we are going to try to get this video over at the right time, all right? Because I said that first I was like, I'm going to start coming on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And then I changed it. I said, no, I can still do Monday through Friday. I just need to trim down my videos so I can, be able to do whatever else I need to do and everything. But I hope you guys had a good day. Like I just said, I think I said that before. And I hope you had a good work day as well, because I had a good day. It was pretty good and everything. Was busy, but not too busy. And I think I did run a couple of errands like every day and stuff. But anyway, y'all, we are going to go ahead and start off because we can't be waiting all night long. People will come in, then they will hear it as they come in. All right. All right, guys, I want to go ahead and give you guys some updates or some things that had happened that I already discussed before. Let me go ahead and change this real quick, y'all. We're going to do breaking news first, and then we're going to go over our topic. I'm trying to limit breaking news to about, let's say 8:45. I should be finished with that, between 8:30 and 8:45. All right. And then we'll do the topic, 15 ways to deal with toxic people in a smart way. And I'm actually going to try to stop with breaking news at 8:30. So anybody in the chat, when 8:30 come, you be like, that's it with the breaking news. I don't care where I'm at. All right. Because we're trying to do this. Hey, Missy, we're trying to do this on time tonight, get through and all that and get everything done. So 30 minutes with the breaking news, and then the rest of the time will be 15 ways to deal with toxic people in a smart way. All right. And that way we will be here only for an hour and a half. All right. We don't need to do too long of lives. All right. So anyway, let me go ahead and go over the news real quick. This is breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. All right. I need to record a lot of stuff, guys, to hook my live up whenever I get a chance to. So much stuff I have to do. It just don't be enough time in the day. Hold on for 1 second. Let me tell them to lower their voices. Hold on. Okay, so here we go. Oh, this girl is so nasty, y'all. My daughter is nasty. All right. I can't. All right. So anyway, we have some updates on the deadly shooting of a woman who went to the wrong address. All right. So I think this is the girl, the 20-year-old that was killed. I think this is her with the other two people in the car with her. Yeah, Kaylin Gillis. All right, so let me go ahead and give you guys that update. This is from CBS Detroit News, okay? New details emerge in deadly shooting of a woman who went to the wrong address. Let me turn that music all the way down because I feel like I can hear it. I don't want it to be a distraction. Let's see. Let's just mute that all the way, okay? Well, maybe if I just turn it down real low, you probably won't even hear it. I'll put it down to 3. It's still on, but you probably can't hear it. All right. And I definitely can't. Anyway, when Kaylin Gillis and her friends took a wrong turn into an upstate New York driveway last weekend, they couldn't have known the property was owned by a man who, according to a neighbor, had grown increasingly bitter over the years at people driving onto his land by mistake. Don't start coming in here. All right, sorry about that, y'all. This time, this mistake proved fatal. The Hebron landowner, Kevin Monahan, opened fire Saturday night, killing 20-year-old Gillis as she and her friends drove away after turning around in the long dirt driveway. Monahan, 65, was arrested on a second-degree murder charge and remains detained pending a bond hearing. So that's why he's still incarcerated, because he's waiting on his hearing for the judge to set a bond. Okay. One of his neighbors, Adam Matthews, who runs an auto repair shop in nearby Salem, said Monahan had become more and more upset in recent years at people making wrong turns into his driveway. I am just a bit overwhelmed, Matthews said in a phone interview with the Associated Press on Tuesday. It is a tragic event. Murphy said Gillis and her friends got lost while going to another friend's nearby house. They were driving 2 cars and a motorcycle when they turned into Monahan's driveway. As they realized the mistake and turned around, Monahan fired 2 gunshots at them as they drove away, Murphy said. One of the bullets struck the rear of the car Gillis was in and hit her, causing a fatal injury, Murphy said. Gillis' boyfriend, 19-year-old Blake Wash, told NBC News that he was driving Gillis and 2 other friends when shots rang out. My friend said, "They are shooting. Go." I tried to step on the gas as fast as I could, and that's when the fatal shot came through, Wash told NBC. He said that Gillis was struck in the neck. Probably hit that main artery. Wow. In a statement sent to CBS News, Gillis' family called her a kind, beautiful soul and a ray of light to anyone who was lucky enough to know her. They said the 20-year-old was an artist and a Disney fanatic who was looking forward to starting college in Florida so she could become a marine biologist. Our family would never be the same, but we will be guided by Caitlin's positivity, optimism, and joy as we learn to live with her loss. Monahan's lawyer, meanwhile, spoke publicly for the first time Tuesday, calling the sheriff's version of the events a superficial, simplistic account of what actually happened. The attorney, Kurt Mazert, declined to discuss details of the shooting, citing the pending criminal case. I believe we have series of mistakes that led to a tragedy, he said in a phone interview. But I don't believe my client is a villain. But not every case with a tragedy has a villain, and I think this is one of them. The sheriff described Monahan as uncooperative, saying he initially refused to come out of the house before peacefully surrendering after about an hour. Okay. Malzer disputed there was any standoff, saying he was on the phone with his client as law enforcement officers were at Monahan's door. He said Monahan was talking to police outside his door, and officials would not say why they were there and did not have an arrest warrant. The lawyer said Monahan was exercising his right to remain silent when he declined to talk to police about what happened. When police officials told the lawyer over the phone that someone had died, Mozart said he helped arrange the peaceful surrender. Sorry, y'all. They told me there was a fatality. Then it started to make sense to me, he said. At that point, it's dangerous for everybody. My goal at that point was to facilitate my client turning himself in to the police safely. As Gillis' family mourned Tuesdays, officials at the school system she attended held a news conference to express their sadness about her death. Gillis graduated in 2021 from Schuylerville High School, about 20 miles from Monahan's home in Huron. Her two younger sisters are in grades 7 and 9 in Schuylerville. We have very, very close knit community, said Kate Ellsworth, the middle school principal. And we say to them upon graduation that we will always be your school family. We will always be here to support you and take care of you and love you. And when something happens to one of our students who graduated, it hurts our hearts just as much as when they are here. Schuylerville High School principal James Duckamar said Gillis had an infectious smile. Her smile would light up a room, he said. Her personality would light up any classroom that she walked into or any club activity that she participated in. School officials say Gillis was on the competition cheerleading team in high school for 2 seasons, took part in Future Farmers of America programs, and was an avid artist. A celebration of Gillis' life was scheduled for Friday in Schuylerville. A GoFundMe lunch for her had raised over $100,000 by Wednesday morning. Wash Gillis' boyfriend told NBC he planned to attend Monahan's bond hearing. I need to see who took my girlfriend away from me. I need to look at him, Rosh said. All right. And again, my condolences are expressed out to her family and friends, her boyfriend, her schoolmates, and my prayers are with them as well. And may she rest in peace. And hopefully justice will be served on the person who did this to her, because it was just really something he should have done, like I said yesterday. All right. So I'm thinking, because he was mad about people turning around in his yard and stuff, he just got frustrated. I don't know if he actually intended on hitting them. He probably just wanted to scare them, but he shouldn't have been shooting. All right, point blank. You could have threw something at the car. You could have just did. You really should have did anything. But if he just needed to do something, he shouldn't have used the gun. Just point blank. You know, that's a daggone shame. But okay. So I got an update too on the people that got kidnapped in Mexico. Let me give y'all that update as well. Okay. And I'm not going to read comments from everybody because it's going to take up too much time. I'm just going to go straight through these news articles, okay? So, let's see here. What's my water? Let me get a sip of water, y'all. Hold on for a second. While this page is loading up. Wait a minute. Thank you, Missy. Y'all don't forget to hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Mexican cartel kidnapper survivor Latavia Washington McGee was hit with a gun and child delinquency charges. Okay. The South Carolina woman who survived a harrowing kidnapping by a Mexican drug cartel is now charged with bringing a gun to a kid's fight, according to news reports. Wow. Latavia Washington McGee, 34, one of the 4 Americans seized by narco traffickers in March, and one of only 2 to survive the ordeal, was arrested Friday for allegedly taking her daughter to fight another child and waving around a small black pistol she pulled from her purse. Wow. This is according to WMBF TV News in a report. McGee was arrested on a warrant stemming from the February 17 incident before the Mexican kidnappings, the outlet said. So this happened before the kidnapping, okay? Police said McGee took her daughter to an apartment complex on Spivey Street to fight another girl, but was yanked away from the scene by a relative, according to the report. Why do Big Sippy always come on every time I'm on this thing? Gosh, this thing be listening to. It's just like that other thing, Siri. What do you call that thing? The thing that we talk that everybody be talking about. You know who I'm talking about. This thing right here does the same thing, y'all. It's so weird. But McGee allegedly returned her with her mother, and a scuffle broke out between the kids. The 2 older women, and relatives of the other child. When McGee allegedly pulled the weapon from her bag and started waving it around, cops later issued the warrant for McGee on charges of contributing to the delinquency of a child. This charge was in no way related to the torture and death that McGee went through, her lawyer, Mark Simmons, told the Daily Mail. We believe that the police department was doing its job. We are grateful for the hard work the police department does, but we look forward to the charges being dismissed. Okay. Um, well, y'all already know about that, what happened in Mexico, so I'm not going to read that again. Okay, so here she is in this picture, Batavia. Let me show y'all. So that's what she was doing, huh? All right. That's her right there. All righty. Let's see what these comments say real quick. I will read a couple of her comments. One way said, it's funny how everything comes out. They went to Mexico to buy drugs. They lied. Drug deal gone wrong is what really happened out there. Okay. Somebody else said, do we have to keep seeing her? Those pictures are yuck. All right. Just Win said, all I took from this article is that a woman with the mind of a second grader has a child. Mouse 65 said, didn't it start out as a butt lift? Now it's a tummy tuck. Let's try the good old fashioned drug run. We should be happy she didn't take her kid with her. Okay. Somebody else said they should have left her in Mexico. All right. Khalid said, of course, she was a victim of something bigger than her in her hoonies. Glad she got out. Glad she got put in her place. All right, let's see. Okay, enough is enough said. Too bad the cartels didn't keep her. Let's see. Somebody else said, Sky said, surprise, 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 in Mexico to buy drugs. All right, let's see. Little Bit said, if you believe it was in Mexico for a time, wait, it was in Mexico for a tummy tuck. I have some swamp land for sale. All right. Dot said, some people never learn. All right. Somebody said people. That is being very generous. All right. So yeah, there you go, y'all. So she has been hit with gun child delinquency charges. All right. And she did this the little fight thing they did before they got kidnapped. All right. So there you go. Next story is, and that story came from the New York Post. All right, y'all. And let me do the copyright disclaimer. I forgot to do that real quick. Let me do that real quick. Okay, so the copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. All right. And that copyright disclaimer will be, it is in the descriptions area of this video, as well as it will be down in the comments section. All right. All right. Let's go to the next one. Damn. Okay. So let's go to the next story. So if I get any more updates on her story, I'll let you guys know. That was a trip. All right. Okay. Just like the shooting of the woman who put up in the wrong driveway. So another shooting happened today as well. I don't know if it was today, but another shooting happened. I'm trying to find that article real quick. Let's see. Where is it at? Because I know I saved it. Let's see. I'm trying to see, what did I do with that? Y'all hold on for 1 second. Wait. Okay, let's see. I think this is it right here. Okay, this is it right here. This is on the two Texas girls who were shot. Let me just wait till this article come up, y'all. 2 cheerleaders were shot in a Texas supermarket parking lot after one opened the door to the wrong vehicle. Okay, and this was earlier today, I guess, that they sent this to me. So they said two teenage cheerleaders were shot after one said she mistook the suspect vehicle for her own in a supermarket parking lot near Texas Capitol, making this at least the third incident this week in which young people who have made an apparent mistake were met with gunfire. Authorities arrested Pedro Tello Rodriguez Jr., 25, the man they said shot the two teens. He was taken into custody early Tuesday. All right, so that was Tuesday actually. According to a probable cause document, Tello, and I may be pronouncing his name wrong, I don't know how you pronounce it, so excuse me for that, is accused of deadly conduct with a firearm, a third-degree felony. He has been held on a $500,000 bond. It was not immediately clear whether he has an attorney. Officers responding just after midnight Tuesday to an HEB supermarket's parking lot found two people in a car who had been struck by bullets, citing preliminary reports. One with serious injuries was rushed by helicopter to a hospital and was in critical condition, while the other was treated at the scene and then I guess she still was treated. The later girl had gotten out of a friend's car and opened the door to a vehicle she thought was hers, only to find a man sitting in the passenger seat. She said during a live stream prayer vigil Tuesday night at her cheer team's gym. Okay, and CNN affiliated KTRK reported that. Heather Roth said she was trying to apologize to the man when he got out of the passenger's door. He just threw his hands up and then he pulled out a gun and he just started shooting at all of us. God, that is crazy, y'all. Okay, let's see. Said as soon as they saw the gun, they said, go. And they drove and they went about 2 miles down the road, Shear told CNN. And that's when they realized that Peyton was seriously hurt and they pulled over once. They realized that guy wasn't following them because Peyton was throwing up blood at that point. So that's when they called 911. Washington was shot twice and badly injured, according to a GoFundMe. And that was put up by, that was made by her cheerleading team. All right. Okay, let's see. Washington is in stable condition and recovering in ICU, according to the team. Roth was struck by a bullet but was treated and released at the scene. Washington is doing well today after suffering from a ruptured spleen, which was removed, and she has damage to her pancreas and diaphragm. Her stomach is not closed up yet, and they are keeping her on heavy antibiotics for at least 48 hours to hopefully fight off infection. Once they are sure there is no infection, they will go back in and finish up any issues and close her up. Dang. Crime scene tape is seen around a tree on Wednesday at the parking lot of the HEB where a shooting took place, injuring two teenagers earlier in the week. All right, so that is crazy. They said that Washington should make a full recovery and has been FaceTiming with her friends. Roth in Washington are from the Austin and Round Rock area and were commuting in a carpool to a cheerleading gym in Oak Ridge North, a Houston suburb, 3 times a week. The commute is about 300 miles round trip, and they were doing that commute for about 8 years. Roth is in college while the other 3 girls in the vehicle, including Washington, are still in high school. Washington is a senior who had committed to Baylor University acrobatics and tumbling team, was born with only one lung, and has surpassed many obstacles to rise to the very top of her sport. Peyton is a strong young lady. If you know her, you know that about her. All right. I have no doubt she's going to get through this. And this is what her acrobatics and tumbling coach told CNN. They said after visiting Washington on Tuesday, Mullicky said all things considered, she looked great and is making good progress. but acknowledge there's still a long way to go on her path to recovery. All right, let's see what they said about this dude. Let's see. So this is the dude right here who did it. Oh, he looked like a gang member or something, y'all. Let me see. I don't know. Look at him. They should have opened that door. 25 years old. Like he a little off or something, honestly. Let's see. Gosh, let's see what else they said about him. They say he had a 9mm Mossberg pistol in the center console of a car used by the suspect. Um, the search also yielded a 9mm round spent casing in an empty ammunition magazine that from the car or the suspect home. Okay, let's see what else he had going on. So he went home when he did that. Okay, and when the police contacted Tello, um, he had went home. He was still in the same clothing. All right, so he looked like he a little bit off. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know. He may not be though. But anyway, so I guess he's in custody. I think I just read that. That's sad. Let me see if I have an update to this story real quick, y'all. That's crazy. So he just got out his car and started shooting. Whew. Let me see. I don't think I got an update on that one. Yeah. So let me see what these people in this comment section said real quick. See, it's almost 8:39. This time go by so quick, y'all. I'm not gonna lie, but I got at least 5 more minutes. Let's see. See if I can go through these other stories real quick. Let's see what these people are gonna say about this. Okay, let's see. So somebody said, reading the comments by everybody, not one person addressed the real issue, mental health of people, the insanity going on. I was a U.S. Marshal for 20 plus years, and what I'm seeing in the last few years, I never saw it nowhere as bad as it is today. In Chicago over the weekend, look at what a large group of teens did, not to mention the lying blank media have it reported that about 20 or more of these young nearly beat a woman to death while their buddies put it on video, the entire thing. Not one of these kids have been arrested and won't be. They knew they could do it and get away with it. Think how disturbing that is to know you can be killed just for the fun of it because teens know they can get away with it. Just like the ones that executed retired police officer David Doran live on Facebook. Wow. That is crazy, man. I didn't even hear about that. Michael said, come on, man. Who opens fire on a teenager? Texas isn't afraid of anyone. I'm sorry for your loss. This doesn't make any sense whatsoever. It sure doesn't. Let's see. Somebody else said, these people always want to start a GoFundMe page for every little thing. Just locking, I guess he meant just looking for another payday. Let's see. Opinionator said 2 teenage girls, probably talkative as F, laughed every other sentence, and dude shot them. He was wrong on every single level. He definitely was. Mm-mm-mm. This person said he exercised his constitutional right. Cause somebody opened your door, some girls in a teenager, they probably was laughing and you could probably tell that they definitely made a mistake. He wasn't exercising shit. He was exercising stupidity. Why would you start? He got out the car and raised his hands up or something, and then he started shooting. Who does this? Something is wrong with that dude. All right, that's crazy. Okay, well, anyway, my prayers are extended out to the girls and stuff, and I know the other girl has already made a full recovery, but I definitely hope the other one does too. Um, and I hope that justice is served on this dude because I don't feel like he had a reason to be shooting them like that. Okay, point blank, I just don't. That's crazy. This is another crazy story, and just something that shouldn't have even happened. And that's just on everything. All right. So again, my prayers are extended out to the girls and their families and friends and stuff. And hopefully they do make a full recovery. I know the one has, but I'm hoping the other one does too. All right. So let's go ahead and go to the next story, guys, because we don't have that long. Let's see. Let me do this real quick. Okay, let me go to that story. I had to clear my screen. Wait, shit. Okay, so the next story is some of these stories I'm not going to read all the way. I'm just going to tell you exactly what happened, okay? So anyway, y'all, in that sweet 16 birthday party, they arrested two teenagers, okay? That sweet 16 birthday party, I think, happened over the weekend. Let me see. Over the weekend, sweet 16. Um, It happened in Dadeville, Alabama. Okay, so the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency announced Wednesday during a news conference that the suspects, aged 16 and 17, are each being charged with 4 counts of reckless murder. It was the first press conference since Sunday. Officials said there was no evidence of a rifle being used in attack, only finding shell casings or casings from handguns. Two of the victims were high school seniors, including Phil Dowdell, a star high school wide receiver with plans to play Division One football this fall. In addition to the 4 killed, 32 others were injured in a Saturday deadly attack. Of those, at least 15 teenagers suffered gunshot wounds. All right, so they do have two teenagers, 16 and I think 17 years old. They have been um, charged with 4 counts of reckless murder. 16 to 17, y'all. That is a daggone shame. And again, my prayers are extended out to all the victims and families and stuff and friends. Um, that's sad, and my condolences to them, and may they rest in peace. That's real sad, and I hope everybody who was injured, I hope they all make a full recovery, and my prayers are extended out to them and their families and friends as well. That is crazy, y'all. Very crazy. Well, I'm glad that deer escaped. All right, let's go to the next story, and I will give you any updates on that if anything else come, any other date updates come for that one. Oh my God, what did I just do here? All right, so let's go ahead and go through the next story. Wait a minute, y'all. Okay, two. No, I don't want to read that one. That one either today. Not that. I'll read that tomorrow to y'all. Okay, y'all. I forgot to tell you guys about this story the other day. But anyway, they are doing some weird stuff, putting like folded dollar bills in people yards and stuff. So the police is telling everybody if you see folded up money or dollar bills in your yard, do not pick that up. Okay, period. So let me tell y'all what it says. Um, they said you would think that if you found money in your front yard, it would be your lucky day. But that's not always the case. Sometimes finding a dollar bill could be such bad news that police are now warning residents to not touch cash they find on their property. The latest warning comes from the Lane County Sheriff Office in Kansas after an incident that happened. They posted on Facebook. In recent years, there have been numerous reports of people discovering folded $1 bills that contain illegal and potentially dangerous drugs. While using folded money on paper to transport drugs has long been a common practice, the emergence of substances like fentanyl has made it exceptionally hazardous. The Post went on to say earlier this afternoon, a citizen contacted the on-duty deputy to report that they had found a folded $1 bill in their yard. Upon unfolding it, a white substance spilled out. The bill was confiscated and field tested positive for meth. Okay. Further tests for opiates and fentanyl were negative. Okay, so hey, VO Adams, thank you for coming in. The police ended with a warning stating it is important to remain vigilant about potential hazards in your surroundings. It's not the first time police have warned about this very thing either. Other departments have posted about similar incidents and alerted residents about the dangers of handling fentanyl. Even the Drug Enforcement Administration put out a warning in 2016 that said fentanyl can be absorbed through the skin or accidentally inhaled. Um, just touching fentanyl or accidentally inhaling the substance during enforcement activity or field testing the substance can result in absorption through the skin. The onset of adverse health effects such as disorientation, coughing, sedation, respiratory distress, or cardiac arrest is very rapid and profound, and it usually happens within minutes of exposure. Wow. And so now, 3 years later, the Center for Disease Control and Prevention released a similar warning about that drug. Okay. They said that, well, now the American College of Medical Toxicology and the American Academy of Clinical Toxicology said those warnings aren't true, 100% true. And the risk of, well, not really, not, they're not completely true. Okay, let me put it like that. And the risk of exposure to fentanyl causing an adverse effect is very low. One study shows it would actually take 200 minutes of breathing fentanyl at very high concentrations to have an effect, and that effect would not be fatal. But regardless, they said be mindful of any cash you find. It might be too good to be true, especially when you see it just randomly in your yard. All right. Especially if you see more. All right. But why do they do that? That's crazy. Okay. And somebody said the same thing. This is very ridiculous. Why would somebody put drugs on a dollar bill and put it in your yard? That's crazy. I never heard of that before, but I guess, it's true. So if you see something like this in your yard, don't pick it up, call the police. All right. Point blank. Kind of weird, but I don't know. These people are doing weird stuff anyway, so you just never know. Okay, here we go right here. So a 15-year-old student was killed. Three others was injured after being hit by a stabbing suspect in Thousand Oaks, California. See, if they don't use the guns, they use other things. It's just these psychotic people. You know what I'm saying? Mental health is real. You know what I'm saying? These people are nuts. All right, so this happened a day ago, which was Tuesday. A Thousand Oaks student was killed and multiple others injured after a car crashed into them as they were leaving school. And I think I told you guys about this yesterday. All right. I did talk about this yesterday. According to the Ventura County Fire Department, the collision happened at the intersection of Thousand Oaks Boulevard and Lakeview Canyon Road across the street from Westlake High School at around 3:40 p.m. All of those injured in the crash were pedestrians. One person remains in critical condition and one in moderate condition at the latest. Two others suffered minor injuries. All right, let's see. The police department said they were walking away from school when the collision occurred. One of the students, a 15-year-old boy, died. Two female students, aged 14 and 16, were among those injured, as well as another 15-year-old boy. Okay, the car flipped over following the crash and trapped the driver inside. At this time, deputies do not believe drugs or alcohol were involved. They are unsure if, however, the driver was the suspect who stabbed a Walmart employee in a Simi Valley earlier yesterday, according to the Simi Valley Police Department. The stabbing happened at about 2:40 p.m., about an hour before the crash. The employee suffered non-life-threatening injuries. Witnesses were able to provide police with information on the suspect, including information that his white Toyota Camry was missing a front bumper and the vehicle's license plate number, according to police. According to VSSD, the suspect, that's Ventura County, whatever police department, I believe, the suspect then traveled to Camarillo. I know I'm saying this wrong, where he was involved in a domestic situation at about 3:20 p.m. No one was injured in this incident. This suspect was just doing the most. The motive for this attack in Simi Valley is yet to be determined, and the investigation remains ongoing. Some details regarding the investigation cannot be released due to investigative integrity at the time and the multi jurisdictional nature of this crime, said a statement from SVPD. The eastbound portion of that, we're not going to read that. The suspect, 24-year-old Austin East, was hospitalized after the crash. While police have not determined the East motive, deputies believe that the driver intentionally hit the students. VS, VCSD said he will be booked on Tuesday night for homicide and assault with a deadly weapon. Wow. This dude was doing a lot. I'm not gonna lie, but anyway, my prayers are extended out to everybody who was injured. My condolences are expressed out to the family members and friends and classmate of the students. And my prayers are with them as well. And hopefully justice will be served on this weirdo dude. I think I said he's 24, 25, but Lord knows, I don't know what was wrong with this guy. He was doing the most. All right. That's sad. I mean, he was doing the most. Kids. Killing kids. That's sad. All right. Let's see. Let's go to the next story, y'all. Let's see. I'll tell you guys about that one tomorrow. Okay, let me give you this update real quick. And then I want to give you one more, and that will be enough news break today. All right. So this is an update on that lady who allegedly was poisoning her husband and he videotaped it. Now they're saying something else regarding the story. Okay, hold on. Okay, y'all. This is from Fox News. Okay. California doctor who says wife spiked tea with Drano suffers from acid reflux, not poisoning. That's what the lawyer said, y'all. A California dermatologist appeared in court Tuesday on charges she poisoned her radiologist husband with Drano spiked tea. But her attorney said the man's injuries are actually from acid reflux. Dr. Emily Yu was in Orange County Superior Court for her arraignment on 3 felony counts of poisoning and 1 felony count of domestic battery with corporal injury. But her attorneys were granted a postponement until May the 18th to review evidence. After a brief proceeding, Yu's lawyer, Scott Simmons, told reporters that Jack Shane hadn't consumed Drano, but suffers from the common condition gastroesophageal reflux disease, also known as GERD, which can be caused by eating fried foods. As you know, Drano is a caustic substance. You have had, wait a minute, what else to say? You would have severe injuries, he said. His injuries are consistent with a benign condition called GERD or acid reflux. All right. An indictment against the Newport Beach dermatologist was announced April the 5th, about 8 months after she was initially arrested and released on a $30,000 bond. Simmons told Fox News Digital that Sheen had set up U45 to gain an upper hand in their bitter divorce and custody battle over their 2 younger children. They had a big ant problem in the kitchen. Jack Sheen tells her to put the Drano into this lemonade or tea in order to bait and kill the ants, Simmons said. He then sets up what he calls spy cameras to capture her pouring the Drano into the cup, then falsely accused she of trying to poison him. You know what, y'all? I'm beginning to believe that he set her up. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. All right. After reading so much stuff about this and listening to this right here too. He added the so-called smoking gun of the video is not a smoking gun at all. Sheen first made the poisoning accusation in August in a request for a restraining order against his wife in family court. He filed for divorce and sole custody of their children the same day. Right. Thank you, Missy. You put that up there. He said he became suspicious in early April 2022 when he noticed his tea and lemonade tasted strange, and began feeling seriously ill. He developed two stomach ulcers, gastritis, and inflammation in his esophagus, according to the filing. He installed three hidden cameras in the family's Irvine kitchen, which allegedly captured you on July the 11th, 18th, and 25th, grabbing a bottle of Drano from under the sink and dumping it in his drinks. Okay, now here we go. These 3 days, I don't know who to believe in this. I really don't. Because you're talking about 3 different days he captured her on camera. Now, if he was telling her to put the Drano in some lemonade to lure the ex, why would he have to tell her the same thing on the 18th and the 25th? Why would he have to tell her that again? So with that being said, I don't know, y'all. I'm thinking, I don't know for sure. At one point, I was saying that she definitely is guilty. Then I just said that I don't think so. But then when I see these 3 dates, okay, if he was telling her to put Drano in this lemonade or tea on one day, why would he have to tell her the same thing on the 18th, 25th? She would just do that automatically, right? And you would think when she did it the first day, right, she would make enough so she won't have to do the same thing over and over again. But why would you put it in a cup? See, this is why I say it kind of looks like that she's guilty, because why would you put it in a cup at the kitchen table? But then again, I know how some men are, especially when they have some money. They do set people up, and these women just listen to everything they say. You just don't ever know. Anyway, it said screen grabs of the footage included in the restraining order application show you picking up a large red plastic bottle and pouring its content into a cup. Another photo shows Sheehan drinking from the contaminated cup. So that's where the whole thing is thrown off, because he was actually drinking from that same cup, okay? And if he had told her to pour the Drano in the cup with the lemonade or either the tea, why in the heck would he be drinking from that same cup, right? And again, she did this 3 days, not one. If he was doing this for Aunt the first day, okay, why would you have to do it the second and third if this is supposed to be some remedy that works? And even if you did, wouldn't you think you would have poured that in a bottle and then, like in a bottle that's you mark insect spray, and then you would have all this left over, so you just go and get that spray and spray around the area? Anyway, y'all, Sheehan's attorney, Steve Hildelman, who didn't return a request for comment, told the New York Post that his client has full custody of their children and you has visitation rights. Now, why? I wonder, why did he get full custody? I mean, because one is a dermatologist and he's a radiologist, right? So they're making pretty good money. So they both probably are doing good. So we can't say necessarily that his money, made him get the kids. You know how that works. So I'm wondering, why did he get full custody? Okay. In family court documents, Sheehan accused you and her mother of emotional and verbal abuse against him and his children. Okay, so that's probably one reason why he got it. Okay. You faces up to 8 years in prison if convicted, according to the Orange County District Attorney Office. Okay, so I can't wait to see how this goes, because I'm kind of split with my little thing. At first, I'm thinking she just definitely did it. Then second, I don't know, because he could have, did this up to make it look like it. You know what I'm saying? Because I do know how some men can encourage women to do certain things, and have alternative motives for having them do certain things. And somebody said in this comment section, at the first smell of his drink, he would have known that there was something wrong and not to drink it. So, like I said, I don't know. Somebody said diluted drain cleaner isn't harmful. It would be similar to taking an antacid. I don't know about that. Somebody said the lawyer should get jail term. Somebody else said the stuff damages the mouth too. It would have burned his mouth. I don't know. Like I just said before, because she did it 3 times. And then why would he be drinking from that cup? Even if it was a setup, right? Why would he be drinking from that cup? Because even if you pretend to drink from that cup and she is pouring Drano in it, if any Drano is on the cup, it can still burn your lips and stuff like that. So, I mean, he could have, though. He could have pretended like he was drinking from the cup. You know what I'm saying? Just to set her up. You just never know. Let's see. Let's see. Somebody said it is a felony. A felony to put anything in someone else's drink without their permission, even if it's just a little bit of sugar, because you think they would like it more than that. Okay, I don't believe that, but anyway. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Okay, somebody said it's poison. And somebody said no, he lied. What a loser. Somebody else said he should have made his own tea and lemonade. Um, Somebody else said before you call anyone a loser, you should really know how to spell the word. He knew she was doing it. That's why he set up the camera. It's really not rocket science. That's what I'm saying. I don't really know for sure because it could go both ways. I'm telling you, it really could. I don't know. Something is fishy. Right. That's what I'm trying to figure out. So, you know what, Missy? That's what makes me think that he could have told her to do it like that so he could set her up, because he wanted to maintain that custody. He don't want to play alimony and definitely not no child support and stuff like that. He may be setting her up. So I hope that they really look at everything in detail. And if he is setting her up, hopefully it comes out, and if she actually was poisoning him, I hope that comes out. I don't know for sure because it's like, it could go either way with me. Because again, if he told her to put um, the chemical in lemonade, um, did he tell her all 3 days to do that? And why would he drink from the cup unless he really wasn't drinking it? So we will see a medical record should be able to tell if it came from like a substance like Drano. You know what I'm saying? He said he has ulcers and gastritis and some other stuff. So it should show that he got it from Drano or whatever and stuff. But we will see, and I'll update you guys on that story as well. That's a daggone trip. Okay. And I learned that Jamie Foxxhaw had a stroke. Okay, allegedly. I didn't see it anywhere, but somebody told me that he had a stroke, point blank, and he's expected to make full recovery. All right. And I still don't see anything in this thing about he had a stroke, but somebody told me that he had a stroke and they saw it. So this is allegedly. I don't know for sure. I'm just letting you guys know. Okay. Yeah, somebody else put this in the comment too. From what I went, read, Jamie Foxx had a stroke. Okay, so yeah, okay, I don't know what, I don't know what he just wrote, but I'm sure he was saying from what he read, Jamie Foxx has had a stroke. So that's what I heard too, allegedly. So my prayers are extended out to him, speedy recovery as well. Okay, so the final story for tonight, guys, is dealing with you guys getting some money. All right. So let me tell you about this lawsuit. Okay, for $727 million, y'all. All right. So listen real good. Listen very well. Let me put this up here. What the hell did I just do? Okay. Um. Wait, y'all. Hold on. Facebook could owe you money. Here's how to get cash from Meta's $725 million settlement. Okay. If you use Facebook, y'all, between May 2007 and December 2022, a California Federal judge last month gave preliminary approval to a $725 million deal between Facebook, parent company Meta, and users claiming the social media platform allowed their data to be accessible to third parties without their consent. All right. Meta in December agreed to settle the class action lawsuit brought in the aftermath of the 2018 Cambridge Analytica scandal, but denies any liability or wrongdoing. Final approval of the settlement won't happen for several months, but you don't have to wait to submit a claim. Here's what you need to know about the settlement and how to get cash from the deal. Okay, so how much personal data does Facebook have? Even if you delete your account, that information y'all stay. All right? So this privacy class action lawsuit sprang from reports that Cambridge Analytica, a data firm that worked with Donald Trump's 2016 presidential campaign, obtained personal information on millions of Facebook users to target voters. The numerous lawsuits claim Facebook shared or otherwise made users' data accessible without permission to third parties such as app developers, business partners, advertisers, and data brokers and failed to monitor what was done with the information. All right. Meta denies the allegations but agreed to pay the massive settlement to avoid the cost and risk of a trial. Meta was also fined $5 billion by the Federal Trade Commission over privacy violations. Okay? So the way you get paid is like this, y'all. You can file a claim online or mail a printed form to Facebook Consumer Privacy User Profile Litigation care of Settlement Administrator at 1650 Arch, which is ARCH Street, Suite 2210, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania 19103. Okay, online claims must be submitted by 11:59 p.m. Pacific Time on August the 25th. Mail claims must be postmarked by August the 25th. Again, you can mail you can mail a printed form to Facebook Consumer Privacy User Profile Litigation, care of Settlement Administrator at 1650 Arch, which is ARCH Street, Suite 2210, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania 19103. Or you can do this website online. I'm going to tell you that in a minute. Okay, so let me tell you how much money y'all gonna get individually. Wait, come back on. Goodness. Okay, so they said the settlement payment amount depends on how many people submit valid claims and how long you were a Facebook user during the eligibility period. The money you get also depends on how much of the 725 million is left after fees and expenses are deducted. All right, so the final approval is scheduled for September the 7th. Claims should be paid out after the courts grants its final approval and any appeals are resolved. So I'm thinking that you probably won't get no money until either later this year or either early next year. Okay, I don't know how much we'll probably get, but I've been on Facebook for the longest. Okay, so I don't know if they give you money based on how long. Well, they just said they give you money based on how long you've been on Facebook. So if you was on Facebook long, like I have, no telling how much it'd be. But then again, like I said, after they take out the fees and all that, the lawyer fees or whatever the case is, out of the 726 million or whatever fees they have to pay, I'm just wondering how much will be left. And then let's see. So they said about 250 million people to 280 million people um, could be filed a lawsuit. This affected 250 million to 280 million people. So you basically probably could divide, just to get a ballpoint figure. I don't know how much they would be, their fees are. Just say you take 200 million off of that 725. So they got five. Just say they got $500 million left. Okay. Okay. So if you divide that by, what is that? 280 million. Let's see how much shit. I'm gonna see if I can do this right because I don't know shit. That's a lot of zeros. Okay. Let's see. What did I just say? 500. Let me do this. 500 million divided by 280. Let's see how much that would be. Somebody who's good at math. 500 million divided by 280 million. Let's see how much that is. I'll ask Google. We ain't got time for all this. Let's see. Let's go here and ask these people. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see if they can just tell me. I could use the calculator, but damn, I may not say it correctly. What is... I bet you we don't get that much. Let's see. I bet you we won't. I'm just going to say 500 million because I want to see. Oh my God. Like I just said, it probably won't be that much. I don't know how much it's going to be. I hope it do be more than $56 or some junk like that. You know what I'm saying? But it's probably not going to be that much. I don't know for sure, but we will see. Okay. Um, we will see. So anyway, y'all, if you want to file a claim, I still say file that claim. Okay. Because you just never know. If you want to file it online, you can go to, let's see what this is at. Let's see. This is everything right here. Okay. It's pretty simple online. And they got the payment options. Do you want to buy a MasterCard, PayPal, Venmo, Zelle, direct to your bank account, or direct deposit to your bank account? I want to know how much they're going to actually be giving everybody. Okay, so I'm going to fill that out because I definitely was on Facebook and still is. Let me see how you get to this. So, guys, if you want to get to this site, you can look up USA Today because that's where I got the article from. And it's under the technology section. And or you can just go to Google. It may work if you go to Google and type in Facebook Meta's $725, not dollar, but $725 million settlement online claim. What's it called? Online claim. And then that may bring it up. Or you can just go to USA Today and look up this article that was actually printed yesterday. Okay, and the title of it is Facebook Could Owe You Money. Here's how to get cash from Meta's $725 million settlement. Okay, and this article is by Amanda Perez Putado. Okay, so you can find it like that. And then in this article, they have a little link that you can click that says submit a claim, and it brings up another page, and you can fill that online claim out right there. Or again, you can mail in the printed claim to that address that I gave you before, which is Facebook Consumer Privacy User Profile Litigation, care of Settlement Administrations. Settlement Administrator at 1650 Arch Street, which is spelled ARCH, Suite 2210, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania 19103. And don't forget the deadline for this is at 11:59 p.m. on August the 25th. If you submit it online and if you mail it, it has to be postmarked by August the 25th. Okay? Right. Yeah, you right about that. Missy, thank you. Okay, and I'm definitely going to be filling out my eyes, and hopefully you get more than what that damn thing was I just calculate. Let me do that again. So if they get, let's just say 5 students, 500 million. What did I say? Two? What the hell? Oh yeah, that's right. So we could, like I said before, y'all, you can get, I don't know if this is correct or not. So I'm not even going to say what it says here. So let's just wait to see, because I don't know for sure, to see what it'll be. All right, because I don't want to be putting people hopes up and stuff like that. Okay, you can clearly go and divide that yourself. Um, because if they said, what did I just say, 750 million, and then they got to pay the fees. So if they paid, I don't know how much the fees would be. I'm just estimating 200 million in fees. So they're going to have 500 and some dollars left, right? 580 million left. I only did 500 million though. And then if you divide that by 280 million people, that would tell you if all 280 million people, file a claim, some people are not even going to know about this. You know what I'm saying? They're going to miss out. So let's hope, if they miss out, if people miss out, that means that you get more money. You see what I'm saying? So, just go ahead and fill that online thing out so you can get what you need to get. I'm still waiting on my TikTok one. No, I think TikTok already signed. I think. I'm still waiting on another lawsuit. I forgot which one it was. T-Mobile. Somebody. Should everybody get data in breach? I forgot who it was. It's somebody that I filled out for. So just make sure y'all fill that out, okay? And I'm going to keep that on my phone so I can fill mine out. Okay, and anything else that I have on here, guys, I'm going to let you guys know about it tomorrow, because it's not like really pressing news that I need to tell you right now. But one I will tell you about is that Tony Bennett is in his sad last days. Okay, he stands strong as he battles mind ravaging Alzheimer's disease. Okay, and Tony Bennett is 96 years old. I'll finish telling you guys about that story tomorrow. Okay. And so that is it for news break, y'all. That is it. Now we're going to go into our topic tonight. Let me get some water real quick. Y'all, it's a lot to be up here talking, man. Woo. Y'all just don't know. Y'all do not know. And guys, if you want to support this channel, many ways you can support it. One way you can support it is by thumbing up this video. Okay. Another way is by subscribing to my channel. Another way is by putting a comment if you watch this in the replay. Another way is by joining in the chat and talking. Another way is by doing a cash app to $ShadesTube to show support for our channel. All cash apps are used to support the channel, or if I do a giveaway or whatever case it is. All right. All right. So let's go ahead and do our topic tonight. All right. And that topic, y'all, is 15 ways to deal with toxic people, but in a smart way, y'all. Okay, in a smart way. And let me put this disclaimer out right now. I am in no way talking about anyone in specific. Okay, so if you guys or whomever may be in the bushes think I'm talking about somebody, get out of your feelings, because the world does not revolve around who you think I'm talking about. All right. All right. I'm not talking about anyone. When you're doing lives, you have to find different things to talk about. And just because you may think something is talking about somebody else, it does not mean that it is. Okay. I do lives on many different subjects. It doesn't mean I'm talking about somebody or I partake in certain things or anything. I'm just finding things to talk about that are interesting. It's just like if I talk about scary stuff, it doesn't mean that I'm sitting up here engaging in scary stuff all day. You know what I'm saying? It's just a topic. All right. So anyway, that disclaimer is just what I just said. All right. Now let's go ahead and get into this topic of 15 ways to deal with toxic people in a smart way. And y'all, I'm gonna start doing some little fun little stuff on my page. I got to get this stuff straight, this live, because I be thinking of all types of stuff to do on here, and I never have time to do it because we're working, homeschooling, errands, trying to redecorate my place, trying to have a love life, all types of shit I be trying to do. It's just a lot, you know what I'm saying? And it's hard to do everything, you know? So just bear with me. We're going to make this better and better as the days go by. All right. Let's see. He must have remembered. Let me see something. Hold on. Okay, I was just looking to see if he remembered my son's birthday that's coming up. Because he was talking about he's getting big. All right, dude. Wait a minute, y'all. Hold on. So somebody challenged me on what? Wait, let me see something real quick, y'all, before we do this. Oh, this is on there. I don't want to play no game. You're going to be challenging all night. Play no game. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so I got this looked up. Let's see. All right, here we go. 15 effective ways smart people handle toxic people, y'all. Okay. And this is by lifehack.org. All right, just so you guys can know. Okay, so y'all, we all know that dealing with toxic people is something we all have to confront in our lives at one time or another. You have narcissists, compulsive liars, sociopaths, manipulators, gossipers, and just all types of people. You know what I'm saying? Self-pity people. All of these type of people are examples, or just some examples of toxic people, y'all. Toxic people. I heard I heard that. Now listen, y'all. Toxic people always find a way of worming their way into people's lives and creating drama and just other foolishness in order to manipulate a social circle to suit their own needs. Okay? Often they will apply a divide and conquer strategy in which they sow the seeds of instability. In order to make themselves seen as central to a social group, the actions of toxic people usually stem from insecurities that compels them to drag people around them into a vicious hole of insecurity and just plain craziness. Okay. Not only can toxic people mess up your life and hinder your progress, they can put you at risk of dragging you down to their level and turning you into a toxic person as well. Blissfully, there are a number of ways to avoid letting toxic people mess up your life. Okay? And we're not talking about being dumb when dealing with toxic people. Okay. We are talking about using your intelligence to deal with toxic people. All right. So let's get it going. All right. Number one, people who know how to deal with toxic people in a smart way will ignore attention seekers, y'all. Often, toxic people seek attention at all times and at all costs. Even if it's someone's birthday, toxic people will always find a way of making everything about them. They definitely do, y'all. I'm not gonna lie about that. I mean, just everything revolves around them. They don't give a crap what's happening with you. They only are concerned about what's going on with them, and it's all about them. It usually begins with small actions, interrupting people or talking over them, being unnecessarily loud or obnoxious or acting out. Usually, if they do not get the attention they crave, their actions becomes more drastic. They start arguments, they throw tantrums, or act very destructive. Good social cohesion relies on everybody getting their chance to talk and to tell jokes and have fun. And you know what? Also, good, effective communication skills tells you that you have to let everyone talk when you are engaged in any type of conversation. All right, point blank. Um, a social circle should never revolve around one person. If this is the case, the best course of action is to pay little or no attention to that person and instead spend more time with the quieter and more reserved members of the group or the people that your friends that you know, or even in a relationship. If you have a partner that does this, for me, I would just basically try to talk to this person, let them know, and if they can't correct that behavior, then for me, eventually I'll just have to be done with it, because who wants to be with someone that ignores everything about you and they just want all the attention to themselves? They don't listen to you. It's all about them. Who wants to be with someone like that in a personal relationship? You don't even want friends like that, because they don't care about what's happening to you or what's happening in your life. They only want you to know what's going on in their life. You know what I'm saying? And let me tell y'all something. Everybody interrupts people at times, but when you have somebody who constantly interrupts you, you just can't get a point out. They overtalk you all the daggone time. They know every daggone thing. I mean, these type of people are toxic. You know what I'm saying? Number two, they do not trust or share secrets with gossipers. If you are smart, okay, and you want to deal with a toxic person, you do not share secrets with these type of people, and you certainly better not gossip with them. Okay. Toxic people will share deep secrets with people just to seem interesting at that moment. They will frequently judge or gossip about people behind their backs. If you meet somebody who does this, do not be fooled into thinking they are gossiping with you because they like you or trust you. They will just as easily betray your trust. Toxic people will often talk behind somebody's back to you in the hopes that you will agree with them. They will then go and tell the other person what you said. This creates problems between two people, leaving the toxic person in the middle holding all the cards. It's a divisive and manipulative method of gaining friends or power in a social group, also in a relationship. So do not take this bait. And talking about this, everybody gossips. Okay, I don't care what people tell you. Um, but the thing is, you cannot be gossiping out here with people, toxic people, because like this article just said, a toxic person will blab out everything and don't make them mad or anything else, because whatever secrets you told them, they're going to use it as a weapon and tell other people. All right. So this is why I don't believe in telling people everything, because people would take stuff, especially a toxic person. They would take stuff and do exactly what this article say. They would share these secrets with other people, especially if you make them mad. Even if you don't make them mad, sometimes they still share secrets with other people. You know what I'm saying? It could be even with people you don't know, you know, and they telling people about what you said, or, just something that you didn't want nobody else to know. You know what I'm saying? So be very careful when you're dealing with a toxic person, because they definitely will reveal what you told. Okay. They can't be trusted. Point blank. They cannot be trusted. If you make them mad, they're definitely going to try to use that as uh, as bait. You know what I'm saying? Or as something. It's another word that I'm looking for. They will use that um, to try to. It's bait to bait you. You know what I'm saying? And to make people think that you are the person that's creating all the conflict, when in reality they are the person. That's what toxic people do all the daggone time. And like this article says, they are very manipulative. Okay. And a lot of times when toxic people do this too, they're not only being manipulative to the person who they are talking about or spreading rumors about what that person say, they also are toxic and manipulative to the person they're giving the messages to. Okay. Point blank. Number three, they spend a lot of time with trustworthy friends and friends who stay loyal. And I think they do that. I always say that word crazy. I'm going to say honest friends, because I always say that crazy. And I think they do this because when you have trustworthy friends and friends who are kind of honest, um, it's very hard for them to go tell other people your secrets. You have to basically provoke them or do something like that to get them to tell your secrets, okay, or whatever the case is. So I believe a lot of toxic people cling on to these type of people because they know a trustworthy friend or an honest friend will not, unless they don't have any choice or whatever the case is, they're not going to tell. They're going to keep your secrets and things like that. And so let's see what they're saying in this article. And I hope y'all don't hear me doing all this weird stuff. This allergy is getting on my nerves tonight. So if you hear me doing any weird things, because all the time I don't catch it before I put the thing on mute, excuse me for that, okay? Now, it says, in contrast to the point made previously, clever or smart people would develop a strong support network of honest and trustworthy people. They know that they do not have to be everybody's friend. I know that's right. And not everybody is deserving of their friendship. And I definitely agree with that. In turn, they reward their friends' loyalty and trust by showing that it works both ways. Okay. Smart people know that true friendships and fidelity is one of the rarest and most valuable commodities you will ever have in life, and they will not allow this to be corrupted by toxic, negative, and untrustworthy people. And I so 100% agree with this. This is why it's very hard to find friends, because you have to pick friends that are trustworthy and loyal. You know what I'm saying? Someone that you can depend on, someone that's not going to blurt out everything you tell them, or because you make them mad, going to run out and tell stuff, or because you say something about them, they're going to run out and tell stuff. You just can't, you can't, you know, deal with people, that put you in these type of situations. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're dealing with a partner, in a personal relationship, and if he's toxic or if she's toxic, it's just not good. You know what I'm saying? Um, because a lot of times you share stuff with your significant others, right? And you don't necessarily want them to be blurting out this type of information, okay, for no reasons and stuff. So you definitely got to be very careful when choosing personal partners and things like that. And you also got to be careful what you tell people as well, and definitely with friends. All right. So smart people know that it takes time to have friends, to build friendships, to have a strong support network. They know it takes time to do this. They don't just try to be everybody's friend. Um, they don't think everybody deserves their friendship. Okay. Friendship is earned. Okay. And that's on everything. Just like when you meet a boyfriend or girlfriend, you just don't, at least I don't automatically let somebody date me. That has to be earned. You know what I'm saying? And I think if more people think like that, relationships will be better. People will be more satisfied in a relationship, and they will pick a better partner. You know. Number 4, um, a smart person, when dealing with toxic people, they will avoid manipulative people. Okay. Now, granted, um, a lot of times we can't avoid these type of people. We do come in contact with them. All right. However, once you get to know these type of people, you should be able to tell. So therefore, unless you want to be in this relationship with this person, whether it's a friend or a significant other, it's on you. Okay. But you should be avoiding manipulative people, as much as possible. Okay, because these type of people can definitely ruin your life. They will callously manipulate your feelings in order to make you act in a certain way to further their goals. And this is especially true within relationships with people like this. Okay, even in the workplace. All right, even with friends. Compulsively manipulative people often have few redeemable qualities, so it is worth avoiding them altogether. In order to avoid them, however, you must first recognize the signs of a manipulative person. All right, so here we go. That's another thing. You definitely have to know the signs of a person being a person who is manipulative, okay? Um, Here are some signs, some questions to ask yourself. Do you find yourself constantly feeling strong or unstable emotions when they are around you? Are you often angry or irritated or sad, or you feel inadequate? Do you often question why they might have said something? Do you get suspicious that you are being deceived? If so, it is likely that the person is trying to toy with your emotions, and this type of person should be avoided, point blank. Now, manipulative people also do a lot of other things, but if I get a chance to, I'll go into that briefly with you guys, okay? If I can remember. Let me write that down because my butt will forget. And now I got to keep on checking this time as well. Okay, let's see. And if I don't do it, then maybe I'll tell you in another video. I might have a chance to do it, though. Let me see. Manipulative. How you spell that? Manipulative person. Yeah, I can spell pretty good, but sometimes I forget how to spell shit. All right, so let me put that like that so I won't forget. Because my butt forgets stuff when I be on these lives. Okay. Number 5, they allow liars to trip themselves up. Oh, wow, that's a big one. They definitely do. Um, a smart person will allow a toxic person the chance to trip themselves up when are expected of lying. Okay. Now they toxic people will lie compulsively, not just to others, but to themselves. They will often perform mental gymnastics to convince themselves that their lies are reality. Unfortunately, lies are actually very hard to keep up. Recounting a true event is very easy, but keeping track of a bunch of made up stories is difficult. Liars end up exposing themselves over time by contradicting themselves with other lies. Okay, so a lot of toxic people. Now let me tell you straight up. Um, I think all humans lie. Okay, and that's on everything. Okay, whether it's small lies, big lies, white lies, blue lies, whatever you want to call it. I think all humans lie. No one is perfect. But we're not talking about the people who, we're not talking about that type of lying. We're talking about people who lie all the daggone time about every daggone thing. Okay? Compulsive liars. And these type of people not only lie to others, they lie to themselves to make it seem like whatever lie they are telling others is not a lie and is true. All right. And they tell themselves this all the daggone time. That's why they recount stuff in their mind over and over again, trying to convince themselves that what they just told you is true. When in reality, they know good and damn well that they was lying. Okay. And in personal relationships, a lot of toxic people do this as well. Okay. They be straight up lying about every damn thing. And they'll try to make you feel like you are the one that's lying. And they would actually believe in their mind that they are not lying. Okay? They try to mess you up and make you feel like you're a liar when in reality you're not the liar, they are the liars. So try to avoid these type of people if all is possible. Number 6, they do not get involved in petty feuds and drama. Now, smart people who deal with toxic people will not get involved in petty feuds and drama. Most people like to keep arguments solely in the realms of themselves and whoever they are arguing with. Toxic people aren't like that. They love to air their dirty laundry in public. And when an argument breaks out, they want everybody to pick a side. It doesn't matter if you are involved or not. It barely matters if you even know the two people involved. A toxic person will not allow you to remain neutral. Often, fights between one or more toxic people can be cataclysmic, and it's the innocent bystanders caught in the crossfire that will suffer the most. There are 6 words that will save you from being sucked into the storm in a teacup that comes when toxic people argue. It's nothing to do with me. Those are the 6 words. It doesn't pertain to me. I don't have anything to do with it. And I'm going to tell you something, y'all. Sometimes you cannot even be toxic, right? But you got toxic people who pull you into an argument by doing certain things. And you can find this in friendships with toxic people. You can also find this in a relationship with a toxic person. They can actually pull you into arguments and pull you into situations where you feel like you might have to defend yourself in front of others, okay? Because they may have spread it, certain rumors about you or said something about you, and you may feel like you need to defend yourself. So, all in all, though, I think when people are dealing with toxic people, in order to use your intelligence, even if a person do say something to about you on like online or out in public, I think you need to still use your intelligence and just avoid this type of situation, and just eliminate the person altogether and be done with it. Because when you don't say anything, sometimes I think that hurts the person more than when you react to it. Okay. And smart people who deal with toxic people know this. Okay. And now I'm not saying that if you choose to handle it a different way with a toxic person, you are not smart. Because you probably still are. You just may feel like you need to set that person straight. But again, I still stress that if you are using your true intelligence, even if someone is being toxic and airing your dirty laundry or whatever the case is out in public, you would choose the other road to take. Okay? Because sometimes, a lot of times, if you don't say anything, these people they stop. Even like, in road rage. Hey, Ryan, thank you for coming in, hon. Even in road rage, I had to learn this. When you're dealing with toxic people out there on the street and they do stupid stuff, you don't really have to respond all the time. You should use your intelligence there too, because a lot of times these people who start road rages, they're toxic, and sometimes it ends up to a toxic situation. So I think if we just ignore certain things, now some things you can't ignore, but a lot of things we can't ignore. And if we ignore these, sometimes that hurt the people more than anything. They start feeling stupid. All right. So like even I have to practice that. Okay. And I'm practicing more and more each day. And hopefully if you're one of those types that go off and you know that you are truly smart, we need to start acting like we are, even with toxic people who do, who like to keep arguments out there in the public, like to tell everything on like social media or to their friends and things like that. And you may find out, I think we just need to ignore these people and maybe just distance ourselves. Like I said, sometimes you can't ignore people. Sometimes you do have to stand up for yourself. It just all depends on the situation you are going through with that individual. All right. And only you can make that decision on what you should do. Okay. Point blank. But don't let toxic people pull you into an argument, okay, that does not have nothing to do with you. And if you want to stay neutral, you stay neutral. Point blank. All right. Number 7, smart people stand up to bullies, okay? And a lot of toxic people are bullies, okay? It says, um, this is perhaps the most important way of handling a toxic person, standing up to bullying wherever you see it. Most decent people will help the helpless, defend the vulnerable, and assist those who need it. Toxic people prey on anybody they consider to be weak. This is why I do not believe in being weak. It could be somebody who's a little shy, socially awkward, or even somebody who lacks physical powers. Toxic people will bully and take advantage of anybody who they think won't stand up to them. which is why it is so important to stand up to toxic people, not just for yourself, but for others around you. And that's why I said in number 6, sometimes, depending on the situation, you may have to address a toxic person when they are blabbing their little ass mouth out in public about you. All right? Because you can't be weak. Okay? You just can't be weak. People like to take advantage of weak people. Animals prey upon weak people when they be out to hunt, or if they are around you in areas where you probably shouldn't be, or areas where you want to be, but animals be there too. People prey upon weak people. Okay, a lot of things prey upon weak people. So for me, it's just better to always have strength and appear strong. And if you don't have it, you have to start trying to get some strength, okay? And get stronger. You don't have to be strong, 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 but get stronger so you can stand up for yourself and so you can know how to handle certain situations. You know what I'm saying? Especially women. You know, you have to be a little bit stronger. You can still be feminine and still be a little stronger so you won't let people take advantage of you, especially toxic people. All right, point blank. Because toxic people like to bully. Okay, they like to get their way. They always think they're right. They are never wrong, and they always blame you for everything. All right, they're almost like narcissists. Here we go with number 8. A smart person who deals with toxic people will ignore their insults. Okay? Now, insults come in many forms, but the most cleverly disguised insults are actually disguised as compliments. Like, for example, I would never have the confidence to wear that. You're so funny and you don't even realize it. You're such a nice person. These are just a few thinly veiled insults that will leave you wondering what they actually meant, which in turn leaves you seeking approval, and finally, your emotions will get affected. And a lot of toxic people do this. They will put like they will try to make it seem like they giving you a good compliment, right? But in reality, they're actually talking about you. Okay, point blank. Um, like that telling you, let me see what can another example I can use. I don't know another example right now, but that one where they said I never have the confidence to wear that. See, I don't like comments like that, because compliments like that, because to me that makes me think you're saying either my outfit look crazy, or it don't look right on me, or it's ugly, or some weird shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of toxic people like to do these kind of insults that are usually disguised. Okay, um, I'm trying to think of another one. I can't think of another one right now, but they use a lot of clever insults. Okay, and people who deal with toxic people who are using their intelligence, they ignore these instead of going back and forth. Now, I'm gonna have to admit to you guys that I need to start practicing that a little bit more, because if I get insulted by certain people, not every person, my butt sometimes will go back off, okay? Because I be catching these little cleverly disguised insults. But like this article says, we need to learn how to ignore these, because you make them mad when they see that it does not affect you. All right? So we all need to practice that. This is why I like doing these lives too, because like when I do certain topics, I actually be listening to this myself and telling myself how to deal with certain things too, because no one is perfect, okay? We all do stuff, so know that, including myself. Okay, so a lot of times when I do these lives, I actually try to do some of this stuff myself. It's just like with homeschooling. When I started homeschooling my kids, I actually learn stuff over again myself. You know what I'm saying? Like math, I started doing math even better. A lot of stuff. I learned a lot of stuff homeschooling my kids. So when you're doing stuff like these lives and stuff, at least when I do them, I also do them so I can learn more stuff as well. Just like when I homeschool, I learn more stuff as well. It's always good to learn. I don't care how old you are, you should never stop learning. And if you keep on reading, you keep on doing schoolwork and things like this, it decreases your chances of getting Alzheimer's as well. All right. Y'all know I had to add some medical stuff in there. Like I said before, it was really crazy of me not to finish pursuing my medical stuff because I think I would have been a good doctor. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, Missy said, keep your circle a dot. Everyone doesn't deserve your kindness. That is so true, Missy. Number 9, y'all, they do not indulge self-pitying people. That's what smart people do when dealing with toxic people, y'all. Let me let y'all know what this article what this right here says. Okay, it says toxic people will often put on a mask of helplessness in order to trick and manipulate people or emancipate themselves from responsibility. You will often hear a toxic person saying that they can't pay you back because they can't find a job and they can't um then they just said that they can't find a job and they can't get a job because they haven't gotten any qualifications. This is a typo here. I had to correct it. And they haven't got any, they repeat the same thing again. Let's see. And they haven't gotten any qualifications and they haven't gotten any qualifications because their teachers mistreat them at school and etc. There is always a reason for their failure, which is out of their hands. And it's always up to you to sort it out. And if you don't, well, then you're just the same as everybody else who mistreated them throughout the terrible ordeal that is their life. Some level of self pity is very healthy after a nasty breakup, a death in the family, or something similar. But there is always a point where you have to grow up and accept responsibility for your own destiny because it's nobody else's job but yours. Self pity people live in a vicious maelstrom of misery and make absolutely no effort to effect any change in their lives. Avoiding self pitying people and refusing to justify their apathy is not only good for them, but will stop you from being sucked into their depressing world of self perpetrating failure. Y'all, these words, I'm laughing because these are some hard words, y'all. I did pretty good, y'all. And that's why I'm laughing because that was a trip. Okay. But anyway, God, that was a lot. Man. Anyway, I hate y'all. I'm gonna admit this. I do not like being around self-pitying people. All right? Because I don't like to be around weak people. And I consider people who are self-pitying, I'm sorry, y'all, as weak. Now, I'm not talking about normal self-pitying. Like they just said, somebody dying, a breakup, you feel a test, you're sick, things like that. I'm talking about people who just there. Every damn time you look around, it's something. It's something, something, something. You know what I'm saying? Just everything. That actually can get on your nerves. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why I don't like to be around these type of people. You know what I'm saying? And when I think I did a live once before, and I was saying I don't like to be around negative people. Okay, like I said, some people you're gonna have some negativity in your life, but I don't want to be around people that have negative stuff in their life all the damn time. Okay, because I feel like it actually can rub off into my life. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I like to really surround myself around a lot of positivity because I don't like all that. and people that complain all the damn time about every single thing, want you to feel pity for them with everything. I mean, I don't give a damn. They can go to the grocery store, and just because something wasn't in the grocery store, they can make up a whole different damn reason why it wasn't there, and that reason makes you feel sorry for them, and like it's only them that's being um, affected by something that's not in the grocery store. You know what I'm saying? They just be doing the most. And a lot of times it's all about them too. Damn, you can't even tell them anything that you're going through, because every time you look around, they want you to feel pity for them all the daggone time. Okay? So again, people who deal with toxic people who use intelligence will not indulge in people who do self pitying all the dead going time. Period. Okay? Because a lot of times these people are using manipulation to trick you and to avoid taking responsibilities of their action. It's just like people who commit crimes, right? Some of these people will not admit that they did stuff, okay, to get themselves in situations. They place blame on everybody else. And then they try to make you feel sorry for them in their actions. Self pity. Instead of um, being taking on responsibility for their actions, they blame everybody else and want you to feel sorry for them. You know, um, this is why, like with kids, I have always taught my kids when they do something, take, accountability, own up to it, versus trying to blame everything. Now, granted, sometimes things are other people's fault, okay, but sometimes it's not, and you need to take on accountability and responsibility for yourself. And you don't have to be um, just crying over every single daggone thing, because it's hard for a lot of people to deal with people who do this. You know what I'm saying? Just all the damn time. You know, that job thing was a good one. You can't find a job um, because you don't have any qualifications. Okay, but get the qualifications. Get the things that you need to find that job. You can't pay back somebody's money because you don't make enough money, or because you don't have a job. Well, then why did you borrow the money? Point blank. Or when you borrowed the money, why come you just didn't say, I'm not going to be able to pay you back? Can you help me? Point blank. All right. And like they say, y'all, some level of self pity is healthy. Okay. But when people do over self pitying, that's where that problem comes in at. And again, a smart person knows how to handle toxic people who engages in this type of behavior. All right. Number 10, they demand straight answers to their questions. A lot of smart people who deal with toxic people demand straight answers to their questions, y'all. They said toxic people will often go out of their way to give vague, non-committal, or misleading answers to questions. You know what, y'all? I hate people who do this. Okay, I really do. And y'all, when I say hate, I don't really hate them. Okay, maybe I should use another word. I dislike people who do this. Okay, it says just ask anybody who has ever been involved in the criminal justice system. The lengths a toxic person will go to avoid giving a satisfactory answer are incredible. This is done not just to withhold information, but also to prevent anybody from telling them they have backtracked it later. The trick to getting around this is to present them with only closed questions. That is, a question with the answer yes or no. This will force them to make their intentions clear and prevent them from playing mind games with you or others. Right. And a lot of people use this what's up, X-Men game, and thank you for coming in. A lot of people will use this tactic a lot of times. A lot of toxic people, when they don't really want to answer a question, they will just just go all around the world. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I think everybody to a certain point uses this yeah, I can't even think, this strategy at times, because I use it at times when I don't want to answer a question, and other people probably do at times too. All right. Because sometimes I'll use this strategy because I may not want to hurt somebody's feeling, or either I'm trying to avoid an argument. You know what I'm saying? But when people use this strategy because they're trying to be dishonest, or trying to manipulate you, or get you to do something illegal, or things like that, that's where the question comes. That's where the problem comes in at. All right. Um, I don't like, for me, closed in questions are okay, yes or no, but I also like to ask people questions that require them to talk. Okay, because I'm the type of person, when you tell me stuff and we talk in depth, I remember it. Okay, so if I go back and ask you this later on, I don't know if you're lying to me. I don't like asking people questions where, yes and no all damn day, because you can't, like in a relationship, if you just answer questions, if you ask a person yes or no questions all the damn time, you're not going to find out certain things. Okay, now sometimes it's necessary to ask people yes or no questions, especially like if you are in a courtroom and they're asking you questions. You're not going to go into a long ass storyline, when the judge is asking you questions, or if someone else is asking you questions, or like if your boss, or your parents, or even your significant other, if it, and even some friends, it just depends on the situation. But again, I like questions where you can go into a discussion. All right. Now, if you ask me, is it cold outside? Yeah, it's cold. No, it's not cold. Okay. Or if you're asking me, do you like this? But if people, toxic people, like this article just said, toxic people will basically go out of their way to give vague or non committal or misleading answers to a question, to manipulate or trick you, or to appear that they're not saying anything or giving out information, or you can't say they're lying. Okay, that's what they're talking about. Right. Yeah. Sometimes straight and direct questions are good. X-Men Gaming, depending on the situation. Okay. See, for me in a relationship, I don't want to be asked all straight in direct questions because I'm not on the stand. Okay. Point blank. You can ask me some straight and direct questions, but if I'm not trying to hurt your feelings, or if I'm trying to be nice to you, or maybe I think you may get mad or something and cause an argument, sometimes I won't answer yes or no. I'll go into reasons to explain stuff before saying yes or no, so that person's feelings, or or whatever, don't get so they won't get no harsh feelings, or whatever the case is. But if it's something like, we're about, I'm trying to tell you something, like if you're asking me something like, um to clear up something for real, I'll answer yes or no, but I still sometimes give out explanations and stuff. And I actually like it when people do that, because I don't want people just saying yes or no to me all the damn time, because I want to know what's up. If I ask you, do you love me? I don't want you to just say yes. Okay, why do you love me? If you're just saying yes to me, okay. I used to date this dude, y'all. Well, he was kind of dating. And I would ask him questions. All he would say is yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. And I'm like, what? Yes, no, yes, no. Go into more of a conversation. You can say yes, but why did you say yes? You can say no, but why did you say no? I don't want to talk to somebody that always yes, no, yes, no. Okay? Period. Close, straight, and direct questions. Those are good at times, but for me, it's not good all the time. Okay? And I'm not trying to be manipulative or anything like that. I just want to know, or either I'm trying to avoid hurting someone's feelings or something like that. It's like if somebody, like if a friend asks me, do you like my dress? Okay, I'm not going to necessarily just say yes if I don't like it. Okay, I'm not going to say no, I don't like it. I may go into a statement and say, You probably should just wear something else tonight. I mean, even though that person probably gonna know that, I mean, no, I don't like the dress, but I'm not gonna just necessarily say no. I just don't do that. It's just like when I used to have my singing group, when we used to go, we did the auditions. I never did tell no one that they can sing. Okay, my other friend, my other person who was in my group, she would be like that. No, you can't sing. Yes, you can sing. I couldn't do it. I would be like, yeah. I mean, you're just okay, but you're not what we're looking for in the singer group, because I like need a real, very, very strong singer, because I was a singer, but I was never like a real, real strong singer, more like a background singer. We stop, something like that. So I needed stronger singers in my group, but I could never come out and just tell people who I would audition, you can sing, or you know things like that, because I didn't want to hurt their feelings. But the other person who was with me could definitely tell people that. I wouldn't say no. When she did it, I just said okay. You know, so that's just how I am. Okay. Yeah, people who answer, but you know what? I think everybody is guilty of this too, as long as you don't do it too much. Because to be honest with you guys, I will answer certain questions with a question, and it's not that you're not going to get a straight answer. It's just that, like I said, sometimes I do that to prevent hurting people's feelings. Or like if I don't want to tell on someone, or if I don't want to admit something, I may answer a question with a question. Like, for example, if you say, let me think of something you could ask me. Um, I don't know what question to say. Let's see. Okay, like for example, here you go, one. Okay, so um damn, I don't know if I'm gonna use that. Let me use this. Okay, so let me think. I'm trying to think, what can I use? Like for example, somebody asked me, how much was your refund check? Okay. And I don't want to answer the question. I'm trying to pick safe stuff to say, I'm not gonna tell you how much my refund check is. I may come and say to you, how much was yours? How much was your refund check? Okay. I may do stuff like that. I may go back with a question. You see what I'm saying? So I think all of us do that. But when you have people who constantly do this, they don't never answer any questions, and they just basically answer questions with a question. I think something is going on with that type of person. I do believe that type of person is somewhat toxic, because who keeps on answering questions with questions? Sometimes you have to say yes, sometimes you have to say no, and sometimes you do have to go into explanations. Okay, point blank. Right on, you're right. Yeah, the truth does hurt sometimes. And for me, I have to admit that sometimes I have to just start saying the 100% truth about certain things, whether it, I hate to say it, whether it, hurts someone or not. Instead of me beating around the bush, that's what I call it. A lot of times I'll beat around the bush, okay, and stuff. I don't tell the person exactly what I need to say, because I don't want to hurt their feelings, or I might just don't want them to know. So I'll go all around the bush, all around the questions or answers or whatever the case is. So that's what I'll do at times. All right. And I think if people do that all the time, they could be toxic. Okay. Number 11, y'all, is um, when dealing with a toxic person, an intelligent person, or a person that uses their intelligence will not indulge a narcissist. Okay. Narcissists love themselves, y'all, or perhaps they love the idea of themselves. They are often so deluded in their own favor that they genuinely lose touch with reality. Narcissists will often fish for compliments, often by pretending that they do not feel so highly about themselves. They will often take numerous pictures of themselves and constantly seek comments on them. Now, let me stop right here. There's going to be a lot of narcissist people, according to this, okay, on social media, because a lot of people post pictures, and I'm pretty sure they post them to see comments on them. So I do agree with a lot of this right here, but I think normal people as well take pictures of themselves. Maybe not a whole bunch, okay, but they do take pictures of themselves. And I think most people who take pictures of themselves, especially when they show them to other people or if they put them on social media, they do want some people to comment on it. Now, where you get to this narcissist, a narcissist likes to post a lot of damn pictures and just want everybody to compliment them and just make them center of the attraction, okay? And that's just on everything, okay? And they try to act like they don't feel like this article says high about themselves, but in reality, they do. Okay, they do. So the best way to deal with a narcissist is to simply ignore their insatiable appetite for gratification. You do not have to criticize them or try to make them feel bad, but by simply ignoring them, you will help to remind them that we are all humans and our lives are equally meaningful. Because a lot of those narcissist people definitely think they are the most important thing in the world. Okay? Everything that they do is more important than what anybody else does. Okay? They do a lot of shit. Okay? And they think a lot of things. They think that the world revolves around every damn thing they do. All right? Missy says, stay away from narcissistic people. Yeah, we try to, but you know, in the real world, we are going to come around these type of people. We just have to know how to deal with them and try to get them out of our lives if they are true narcissistic people. Now, I'm gonna tell you straight up, everybody do have a little narcissism, if I'm saying that correctly, in them. Okay, and I really do believe this. And if you research this topic more in depth, you will see that a lot of articles state that. And I do think most people or everybody do have a little of those characteristics, point blank. It's just that some people are just way overboard with that. All right. They are true narcissistic people. They be doing too much. All right. And the world does revolve around them all together. And that's on everything because I do know some people who fall into this category. All right. Point blank. Okay, the next one is when a smart person or a person who uses intelligence deal with a toxic person, they would tell them when they are at fault. Okay. Okay, so y'all, let me just tell y'all, interrupt this little thing real quick and let you guys know that the Pro Football Hall of Fame shares sad news today as Dave Wilcox passed away at the age of 80. Okay. Wilcox played at Oregon and spent the duration of his 10-year career with the San Francisco 49ers. Okay. He was a 7-time Pro Bowler. He was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 2000, and he died at the age of 80. And I don't know what he died from or died of, but anyway, they say, may this legend of the game rest in peace. And my condolences are extended out to his family, friends, and fans. Okay, I just wanted to let you guys know that because it just came up on my phone. All right. Now, number 12, y'all. Like I said, they will tell them when they are at fault. Toxic people will do almost anything to absolve themselves from blame, even if they are clearly at fault. They would justify their actions by bringing up something somebody else has done. Handling toxic people cleverly means telling them they are at fault and refusing to accept their excuses. This can be difficult to do when they are being evasive, but ultimately it will help them grow. Okay, let me see what narcissist people are showing signs of insecurity if you research their backgrounds, allegedly. True. That is true. And I think a lot of narcissist people are definitely insecure. Okay. Now, here we go with this one again. Okay. Toxic people will do almost anything to take the blame away from themselves, even if they are clearly at fault. They will justify their actions by bringing up something somebody else has done. Um, Again, I think everybody has this trait in them, okay? It's just that toxic people do this all the dag on time, all right? They never accept blame, okay? They rarely accept it, if any time they accept it. Um, they're never at fault or anything, all right? And a lot of times they do bring up something that somebody else did, point blank, because they never take the blame for things that they do. It's always somebody else's fault why they did something, okay? Let me use an example. Let me see. Try to not do anything personal. Let me see something. If anybody in chat knows an example, you can say it. Let's see. I hate to go personal, guys. Let me think. Oh, I can't use a personal situation. Okay, so okay, I knew this one person, right? His lifestyle that he was living um, was very negative. Okay, I don't know if this is a good example. In some things that he did in his lifestyle, and I questioned him about it. And instead of him accepting his role in what happened in his lifestyle, he actually was placing blame on his parents and other people, and I had to help him realize that, yeah, his parents did might have played a role in certain things that he did, but ultimately, I think that he played the biggest role in how things turned out for his lifestyle. That's what I'm trying to. That's an example. I don't know if that's a good example. Okay, but that's something. All right. So I think again, toxic people, and this dude too, he was saying and doing anything to basically take the blame from himself, and he placed the blame on everybody else. Okay, so a lot of toxic people, that's what they do. They don't take the blame for their actions. They basically place that blame on something else, or either they'll bring up something that somebody else has done. You know what I'm saying? To make it seem like what that other person did made them do what they did. And they do that a lot. Okay. Like I said, y'all, don't think that I'm saying that anybody who does this is toxic, because I do think that a lot of people do this. Majority of people do this at one time or another in their life. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm talking about, and this article is talking about, is people that do it all the dead going time. Okay. They never accept blame. Okay. They always place blame on somebody else, period. Okay. Let me see what you said. Confidence and narcissism are totally different. Narcissists will try to break you down. Oh, okay. Okay. True, true, true. Because confidence is just like you being confident that, um, basically you have, what's the word I'm looking for? You have confidence in yourself. You think that you have belief in yourself. Okay. Um, and narcissism is, um, narcissist people have belief in themselves too, but a lot of their stuff is dealing with manipulation and being like scamming and non-trustworthy, and um, they trying to, lower you down to a certain level beneath them. Okay, so that's a little, like you just said, Missy. Yeah, those are two different things. think I'm right what I just said. If I'm not, you can correct me, like always. Let's see. At a certain age, stop blaming parents for your behavior. That's what I was trying to tell him. Stop blaming them. Accept accountability for your own actions because you ultimately choose the route that you want to take. And that's what I was telling him and stuff, you know. So I think that was a good example. All right. Sometimes you do have to, most times you need to um, accept when you are at fault. Now, in a personal relationship, I'll go ahead and say this. Sometimes in personal relationships, including myself, um, we don't take blame at times, okay? Especially when certain situation happens and stuff, you may blame the other person, or a lot of women do bring up other things. Let's keep it real. I told you on my channel, we're going to keep it real, even if it affects myself. A lot of time, women do bring up something else, that somebody has done when they want to take blame off of themselves. Okay, not all, but a lot of women do. Just like some men do the same thing in relationships. All right. However, in this article, we're talking about people who do this consistently. Okay. These people are toxic. Okay. Now, if you're in a relationship and people are doing this, and they're not toxic and they're not doing this all the daggone time, just need to talk to each other and try to figure out and determine why this person cannot or don't feel comfortable enough to accept things when they have cost it. Because sometimes people will not accept the blame because they may be afraid of what the other person may do or say or something like that. So that's why I say you two need to talk it out to figure out why this individual is doing this. Even in some friendships, if the friendship is important to you. But the thing is when you get a person that does this all the time, to me, that's a toxic person, okay? Point blank. And you just have to deal with them in a different type of way, okay? I actually don't want to deal with them at all. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I handle that. Number 13, they are not one. Let me put this in another way because I know I'm getting ready to say this crazy. You can't win them over by showing false kindness. All right. I got through that one, y'all. Hey, let me show y'all what this said because I know I was gonna f this up. Show y'all what this said. I don't know if this is showing upside down or not, but I knew I was gonna say this word, WON, the most craziest way. So I had to rephrase that. And that's what it's all about, rephrasing stuff if you're not gonna say it correctly, or if you just need to rephrase it, okay? Anyway, y'all, there is an old African saying that says, beware of a naked man who offers you a shirt. All right. Effectively, it means that you cannot accept something from somebody who is in no position to give it, namely compliments and gestures of love. Toxic people will often try to win over certain people by showering them with compliments. This is often done because they want something from you or you present some kind of threat to them. You may notice that they are not nearly so complimentary or of others around them. Perhaps they are rude to customer service staff or abrasive towards strangers. Do not be fooled into believing that this person likes you or that they are actually a nice person. They are just trying to get something from you. Now, with this right here, they said that intelligent people or a person that is using intelligence when dealing with a toxic person, they won't be Here we go with this word again. They would not, people would not win them over with false kindness, okay? They will basically recognize this, okay? And they would not let these compliments and gestures of love trick them, fool them. And you know what, y'all, I hate to say this. Sometimes guys and women use this tactic right here to get certain things from one or the other. Okay. Now, I think when a person, I actually think that a lot of people use false kindness. Let me just keep it real with you. I really do believe majority of people use this at one time or another to gain stuff. Okay, point blank. Let's keep it real when you're on my page, when you're on my channel. People do use this. However, you become toxic when you just do this all the day at one time. All right. And when you do it um, to manipulate a person and to lie and to get them um, to give you things consistently and all the time and things like that. I actually, for me, let me just keep it real with you. Even though I just said I think most people do this, okay? Like, for example, let me use the example. Like, um, when you first meet a dude, sometimes dudes will shower women with a lot of compliments. And some of the compliments don't be true, truthful. And they would do this to obtain stuff, a lot of times sex. Just like some women will shower a dude with compliments at times. All right. And it does not be truthful. And they do this sometimes also, to get sex or money or whatever, gifts or whatever. So, like I said, I think majority of people do this at one time or another in their lives. Where the problem comes in at is when people do this all the time and they do it because they are trying to get stuff from you and they are using manipulation and things like this. All right. Um, Even when a woman or a man use this tactic, for me, I don't feel like it's right. Period. Even though I do think everybody is guilty of doing this, including myself at times. The thing about it is, though, I still don't think it's right. That's why I think it's very hard for me to tell people I like them or I love them or I want to be with them or I want to be your friend. It's hard for me to tell people this if I don't want them to be these type of, a friend or a lover or anything else with them. And it's hard for me to use these tactics, you know, to get money or to get whatever from a person if I don't really like them or if I don't really think they're attractive or anything else. If I don't have something nice to say about somebody, y'all, I just don't say shit at all. All right. Just like if I meet a dude um, and I don't like him, all right, and he may like me, I don't say shit. And they may think I'm rude or some shit or weird. I just don't say shit. I'll pick out other compliments, okay? I'm just gonna be perfectly honest. I will pick out other things about them to say it's nice. Because I'm not gonna just tell somebody they ugly or they're not attractive to me or I don't like you. I'm not gonna come out and tell somebody that. I'm just gonna just pick out other things or just shit. Just tell them I'm married. I'm just be perfectly honest, y'all. I'm just keep it real with you. Um, but a person that's toxic, they're going to use this shit all the damn time to get whatever and everything they want. And that's just on everything. Okay, they're not going to just tell you the truth about shit. They're just going to use these false compliments to get whatever they are trying to get. Okay, whether it's money, sex, a damn ring on their finger, or whatever. They even use it at the stores or wherever they go. They will just lie to get whatever they want, y'all. And those are toxic people. All right. End users, like you just said, users. So, like they said, don't be fooled into believing that this person really likes you, okay? And that they are actually a nice person. They're just trying to get something from you, and that's on everything, okay? Number 14, they are in control of their own emotions. A lot of people who deal with toxic people who are using their smarts or who are smart, um, they know that they know they are in control of their own emotions. Okay. A lot of toxic people will try to manipulate people's emotions to engineer a social group to suit their needs. Even in personal relationships, they do the same thing. In order to avoid this, smart people make sure that they are aware of the emotions they are feeling and the root causes of why they are feeling them in order to ensure that they are the only person in control of them. All right? This is easier said than done. Controlling one's emotions take years of mental discipline. So for the majority of us, it is better to avoid situations that may cause us to act irrational or feel emotionally unstable. For example, an argument or discussion which flares your emotions may be best carried out through written rather than spoken words. This gives us a chance to properly process what has been said and provide a coherent and controlled reply rather than an emotional rather than in emotional outbursts. And I definitely agree with that. And I think that's why a lot of times it's better to stop talking and just end the conversation or an argument and maybe just take a time to breathe and just come back and either write a letter or text the person or just wait a while, you know what I'm saying? So you can have time to think before you just say anything. And so that's basically what they're saying. A smart person will basically control their own emotions and don't let a toxic person try to manipulate them, and to manipulate their emotions to burst out and say anything. And I'm gonna tell you straight up, I definitely need to work on this a little bit better because when I be dealing with toxic people, I definitely at times let them use their manipulation to control my emotions and make me say stuff that I should not be saying. So we need to work on that part. If we're dealing with toxic people, we need to learn how to control our emotions because all the time you can't avoid certain people. Okay, so I do think that we need to learn how to control our emotions. By reading stuff about it, by practicing, you know, um, mental discipline. You know, and one of the ways we can practice that is doing road rage. Okay, when you're out here driving and stuff and things like that, or like even if you work in customer service or something, or if you're dealing with people every single day, is you can practice that on them. I have actually got way better with that myself because a lot of these people out here, man, will make you go off of them. You know, and if you do read the Bible, that definitely helps you with that as well. All right. Number 15, they focus on solutions, not problems. That's what smart people do, and people who use their smarts, they do when they are dealing with toxic people, y'all. Toxic people are often the first to place blame when something goes wrong. I hate people who does that. Every damn time something goes wrong, they like to place the blame on somebody else versus accepting the blame or accepting the part that they did in the situation. Okay, let me see this, y'all, real quick. Hold on for a minute. Hold on for a second, y'all. I didn't even hear about this. Oh, no, that's that same person. Okay. Why do they keep on bringing the same stuff up? Okay, I think I already told y'all about this. Okay. Okay, so anyway, like I said, toxic people are often the first to to place blame when something goes wrong. They do this to emancipate themselves from having to make an effort to right the wrong. It's very easy to hate stuff and to blame people, but it's much harder to make it change. Smart people will circumvent the power of a toxic person by looking for a solution to a problem rather than just focusing on the guilty party. They will help to put something right, whether they had any part in it or not. This shows that they are compassionate, protective, and loyal. And on a long enough time scale, this will always beat toxic people. Blaming somebody for a problem shows that you are afraid of confronting it. Helping to resolve a problem shows real leadership. Okay, so again, let me stress that I do think a lot of people do this point blank, and it doesn't mean that they are necessarily toxic. However, when you have a person that does this all the daggone time, is when I think that that person is toxic, point blank. Um, I think it's good to look at problems and take them head on and try to focus on ways you can um, eliminate the problem or change that problem altogether. Okay, you have to find solutions. It's just like like for example, um, if you're in a personal relationship, right, and you're in a relationship with someone who doesn't pay bills on time. Let me use that. Um, and this person always want to place blame on the job or just everybody else instead of taking on the blame themselves, and they not trying to figure out a way to correct the problem, and they just continuously do this. To me, that person is kind of toxic, because I think if you're dealing with someone like this, you should not. I know sometimes people will place blame on their jobs and stuff like this, but I still think that you also need to be held accountable yourself. You need, even though your job might not be the best or whatever the case is, who chose the job? Okay. And if you know a job is not paying enough, why do you continue to work at it? Okay. Or even if you do want to work there, why didn't you figure out something else you can do to supplement your income so you won't have all these financial problems? Okay. So I think you need to accept accountability, not just placing blame on everything else. You know what I'm saying? You can place some blame on your job or whatever, but at the same time, you need to accept accountability for your actions and the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Because if you know a job is not paying enough, either you look for another job, or if you just love this job so much, you may want to find another income source. You know what I'm saying? So you can pay what you need to pay versus placing blame on everything else. You're going to accept some accountability yourself so you can come to a solution to the problem, point blank. And when you're dealing with people who just always place blame on everything else and everybody else, these people are toxic, okay? They're toxic, point blank. Smart people find solutions to problems, not find problems to problems, point blank. So overall, y'all, I just gave you guys 15 effective ways smart people handle toxic people. All right. And if you don't do any of these things, and you consider yourself smart, then you need to try to start doing some of these things so you can be able to deal with toxic people more effectively. Okay. And if you are in a relationship with a toxic person, it's all up to you to incorporate certain things to be able to deal with this type of person more effectively if you want to maintain that relationship. And you definitely need to communicate with this person and be open and honest and let them know how you actually feel, so you guys can try to work through these type of things. Okay, point blank. I do this myself, and at times it is hard to um, talk to people or talk to a person about certain things, and especially a somewhat toxic person. It's hard to communicate with a person like this. But like I said, in like personal relationships, if you think it's worth it, sometimes you can talk to these type of people and try to get them to change. And if they don't want to change, then you have to think of other things. Maybe you may want to get out of the situation, point blank. All right. Other than that, guys, I'm gonna tell you what a manipulative person is, and then we are going to end this live because, of course, I had to go over, but this was a very important topic. So let me just tell you what a manipulative person is, real quick. All right. Again, that article that I just read is from lifehack.org. Okay. It was written by JCX. All right. And it was 15 effective ways clever people handle toxic people. I substituted the word clever and used smart. All right. And intelligent. All right. Point blank. All right. So let me tell you what a manipulative person is, real quick. I think I covered this before, but I will tell you guys this again. And if you want to find more information on that subject, you guys, you can always type it into Google, and you can find a whole bunch of articles regarding that to help you deal with toxic people in a more effective manner. And if you are toxic, it can help you. If you want to stop being toxic, it can help you as well. All right. Let me see. What is a manipulative person? Manipulative person. My ass no. Okay, so manipulative people who like to manipulate often attack people's mental and emotional sides to get what they want. Okay, they like to create an imbalance of power. All right, they don't respect boundaries. They will go after what they want without worrying about who they may hurt along the way. They make you question your reality. They always deflect blame, and they justify their behavior all the time. All right. Common examples include passive aggression, the silent treatment, guilt tripping, blame shifting, gaslighting, denial, and lying. Also, they have other tactics, which are codependency through trauma, bonding. They play on people's insecurities. They withhold sex, instill fear, or threaten to harm themselves, like if you want to leave them or something like that. 4 stages of manipulation is targeting stage, um, friendship forming stage, love relationship stage, um, abusive relationship stage. Those are the 4 stages, all right, y'all? Um, some of their personalities are they are dishonest. Um, they usually have personality disorders such as narcissistic or antisocial personality disorders. Okay, um, in a relationship, they like to seek power over someone else, and they employ. Wait a minute, y'all. Excuse me. My mouth is dry. All this talking. They employ dishonest or exploitative strategies to gain whatever they're trying to gain. All right. They like to control or even victimize someone else, okay? So that's just some of the traits of a manipulative person, all right, y'all? And if you want to find more information on that type of person, you can easily, and I mean easily, you can easily type it into Google, and they have a whole bunch of articles, also books, regarding a narcissist, a manipulator, and just all types of um, oh God, I can't even think now. All types of traits, okay, manipulative traits and narcissistic personalities and different personality disorders. All right, that's what I'm trying to say, y'all. Okay, because I did cover this once before, and I'm not about to cover it right now. So yeah, so that's exactly what you guys can do if you want to find out more about manipulative people and manipulators. Okay, y'all can tell when I get tired because I start fumbling over my words. But anyway, guys, we are getting ready to get out of here. Thank you so much for coming to my live. Thank you to all the people who watches this live in replay. Let me go ahead and do roll call, guys. It is 10:36. Shit, I got to do the schoolwork. I have to get my son's schoolwork ready for tomorrow and stuff. Because it's really hard to do it early in the morning, y'all, because it takes so damn long. And usually I don't go to work on time when I do his work early in the morning. So what I usually do is just do it at nighttime. And then like I'll do it to a certain time. And then whatever else I need to do in the morning, I'll do it. Because I try to go to bed earlier than 2 o'clock in the morning. And then last night, my ass was up to 4 a.m., y'all, looking at TikTok videos. Can you believe this? Watching TikTok videos. Stay away from TikTok at night. I'm going to tell you straight up. Because it'll make you stay up all damn night watching videos. Video after video after video. Okay? So anyway, I didn't even do my soccer stuff. You know what? I got to post that too. Damn. I need to post that. It's 6:30. Damn, it's 6:30 over there. So I got to post that real quick too when I get off this live. But anyway, let me go ahead and do roll call. Thank you to Missy for all your support. Girl, you be doing a lot of supporting and a lot of contribution in this chat. Thank you so much. Bill Adams, thank you for stopping by, hon. Thank you so much for your support. Let me go ahead and put y'all names up here. I forgot to do that. Missy. Let me see. Do Bill Adams. Okay. Thank you, Ryan, for coming in and showing support. Yeah, for coming in here talking for a few minutes. Thank you, X-Man Gaming, for coming in showing support as well. Let's see who else. And I think that was it in this chat. All right. Y'all, all my chat people always come in here and talk, though. That's what I like about my chat. Everybody communicates and talk about the subject and just talk. That's a good chat. You know what I'm saying? You can have 15 people in your chat, but if they're not talking about the subject, what's the point? You know what I'm saying? So that's good that they come in here and start talking, y'all. That's real good. Thank you to everybody in the bushes. Thank you so much for tuning in to this live. Again, guys, to show support, you can thumbs up this video. Also, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. Hit that bell notification so you can be notified of any upcoming videos. And leave a comment if you watch this in the replay. Also, if you want to show financial support, you can cash out $Shades2 to show support for our channel, guys. All right. I'm wishing you guys a very blessed night, a very blessed Thursday. Guys, tomorrow we're going to do a live between 7:30 and 7:45. I don't know exactly what I'm going to talk about tomorrow yet, but I will be putting that up sometime tomorrow, if not tonight. All right. And then on Friday, we're going to do game night. All right. We're going to try that game again. All right. Lord is not in here, is he? Did he come here? If he did come in here, thank you, Lord, for stopping by as well. All right. Girl, Missy. And thank you, trolls, for not coming here acting stupid and shit, because y'all know I'll be playing when it comes to that blocking. All right. Let me get ready to get out of here, y'all. I'm trying to think if there was anything else. I was going to tell y'all this nasty shit, but I changed my mind. But I will tell y'all this funny thing before I get off here, okay? real quick. So when I came home, y'all, tonight, y'all, this is gross. My ass had to pee so bad. I'm not gonna lie. Do y'all ever get in that position where y'all got to pee so damn bad, right? And you be like, damn, you be in the car, you be like, damn, I got to pee, right? All right. And you be like, damn, let me see if I can make it all the way up to my house or apartment or wherever you stay, right? Okay, so here I be in the car, right? I was in the car. I was cool all while I was sitting down. Then so when I got out the car, I was able to lock up my car, tell my car good night. Y'all, this is a laughing moment. Every night when I leave my car, I tell my car good night. I know that's crazy as hell. I don't even know why I do it. Y'all know what my car name is? My car name is Grayson. Grayson, y'all. Okay, so I'll be like, good night, Grayson. I don't know why I feel like I need to say that every night. I do that every fucking night. Psycho, I know. But anyway, y'all. So I'm walking up to the my apartment and shit, and I'm like, damn, as soon as I start walking right and I get closer to my place, all of a sudden I got to pee real bad. I'm like psyching myself up real good, telling myself in my mind, Shay, you can do this, girl. Tell yourself you don't have to pee. You got to hold it. You got to hold it. You can't let that pee come out. I'm steady telling myself, shit, girl, tell yourself, you know, you got to hold this pee in. You can't let that pee out. You got to keep it in. You got to keep it in. My ass walking up the stairs. Every stair I go up, I'm like, damn, I'm about to pee up myself. But I'm doing good, y'all. I'm psyching myself up. I'm concentrating. I'm telling myself you don't have to pee. You can make it to the bathroom. You can make it to the bathroom. I get up to the last stair and stuff and shit. And I'm up at the door and stuff. I don't even use my key to come in. I knock on the door and tell my kids it's me and shit like that. And I go in. Y'all, as soon as I get in the damn house, I'm not joking. I can just feel that pee want to come out, okay? And I'm, you know, then you start walking all funny, but I'm trying to play it off because I want my kids laughing. Because once I start laughing, I'm, peeing on myself. So I try to play it off and shit. The cat greet me. Yeah, I'm lying. The cat don't greet me at the door because she don't like me, okay? Shit. Let me stop lying. The cat don't be greeting me, okay? The cat probably be saying, stay the fuck outside, okay? Because I don't like your ass. But anyway, I go through the door, get through the door and shit. As soon as I get to my damn bedroom, because you got to go through this long damn hallway. It seems exceptionally long when I got to pee, because my apartment is not small like that, okay? So I'm walking down the damn hallway to my damn door, y'all. I get to my door, get in my room. That's when I'm like, fuck this shit. All right, I got to pee. And so by this time, y'all know when y'all got to pee real bad, you holding up your damn pants. You start crossing your legs first, right? Because like right now I got to pee, okay? And I'm like holding up my damn pants and shit so I won't pee on myself, right? So, damn, I get in the bathroom. Here I got all these damn buttons on my damn pants. Not one, not two. I'm like 4 or 5 damn buttons. So I got to take all these fucking buttons apart because I don't want to rip them apart and mess up my damn pants. Those pants cost a lot. So all this time when I'm doing this, I can just feel pee. I'm not joking, y'all. I can feel pee about to come out. Y'all, I almost did not make it to my damn toilet because as soon as I get to the bathroom and start taking all them fucking buttons loose, I tell you, I can feel the pee coming down that damn tube. I'm not gonna lie, all right, and stuff. But I made it to the toilet and shit, and I laughed about the whole situation. And I'm always asking myself, Shay, why do you always wait till the last minute to go to the bathroom? Why come when you know you have to pee, you just don't go to the bathroom and pee wherever you be at? I mean, sometimes I do, y'all, but a lot of times when I'm about to be like, get off of work, I'll be like, I'm not stopping nowhere. Fuck that. I'll wait till I get home. And it never fails. Every damn time I get right up to this damn place of mine, as soon as I get right in my bedroom, in this damn room, is when I really have to pee and feel like I cannot hold that pee any damn longer. But I do all this little ritual and dancing and shit, holding my pants up, all types of weird shit, just so I won't pee on myself. And it'll just be a damn trip every single damn time. But it's almost damn funny because it'll be the same routine every damn time. But you know what? I have never urinated on myself, period. All right. Except a long damn time ago when my soon-to-be ex was tickling me on the floor and shit, like when we first met. Y'all, this is disgusting. He was tickling me on the floor at his house, right? I came to visit him and shit. And his stupid ass was tickling me. I told him I had to pee, and he just kept on fucking tickling me and shit. And that was a damn trip, y'all. And y'all, I was only 32 years old or 31. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all, I just had to tell y'all this gross shit tonight before I leave, okay? Okay, and if I really told y'all some more tripped out shit, y'all would really be like, girl, you nasty as shit and funny as shit as well, all right? Y'all wouldn't believe all the shit I be going through. All right? Y'all wouldn't believe it. But again, besides that one time, I have never peed on myself because my ass always psych myself up mentally until I get to this damn bathroom. I just hope I don't ever do this out in public though, because it's gonna be a fucking trip. You know what I'm saying? Good night, y'all. Y'all have a good night. Happy and blessed Thursday in advance, and y'all have a good, peaceful night and get you some sleep. Thank you for tuning in to Shay's Dude. My ass stay hoarse, y'all. All right. Peace out. Thank you, Missy. Good night, y'all.